Even gonna be up here long. I know I always say that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna get right to the point. This is my son Goddess 777. Support Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. Um, we really got some stuff coming. It's been taking some time because we had some loose ends, but we have some things coming soon. I just got to tie up a few loose ends on my technical part, but it's not gonna be just talking this year. No, no, it's gonna be other things, other creations and stuff. I'm tired. I like talking. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely a talker and a podcaster, but I got some other stuff coming besides just talking. I'm gonna start getting back up here and doing my teaching stuff. But I'm not gonna be up here no 3 hours. It's gonna be maybe like no more than an hour or 30, 40 minutes. Because when you stay up here too long, people don't have time to sit up here for no 3 and 4 hours listening. Because people's attention span is short. Folk got a lot going on and things to do, places to go, and people to see. So I know I'm a little long winded. So when I do get back up here on the lap, I will not be up here for no 3 hours. Because I've been told that by my some of my viewers that it's too long, and I listen. I try to take criticism and use it, to better myself. I'm not always right, and I can be, critiqued and guided, and and I listen to positive and constructive, not all the time positive, because negative stuff ain't always bad. It's a balance to everything, but constructive criticism is what I want to say. So we up here today talking about this matriarch. It's no such thing in the spiritual aspect as bad and good. It's only balance, of the positive and negative, and chaos and order. But honey, not gonna be here long. Welcome to the live. I'm gonna cut my thing back. I'm about to start getting up here teaching again, and I'm gonna cut it down to no more than 40 minutes to an hour because I've been too long winded, as I've been told by some of my viewers. So I'm gonna shorten it down. But I'm just gonna get to the point because, like I said, I'm not gonna be here today no 2 hours. It's just amazing that people. I'm observing this situation that's going on, which I take situations like with the celebrities and the famous people, and I just look at like what's going on in our everyday lives to try to get a lesson so we can, better ourselves and stuff like that. And I've been talking a lot about all the time. I'm talking about it because it's ongoing domestic violence, and it's not all the time just the men abusing the women. It's a lot of times the kids being abused, the men being abused sometimes, but mostly it seems like it's the men that's abusing the women. Now it is women that's very abusive. So I'm not gonna sit up here and act because I done been through that with, I've been through that as a child. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to hide nothing or lie. You know, I've been through some abuse with both ends or whatever. I'm a survivor as a child and even an adult of abuse. Of abuse. Yes, I am, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. And I'm not ashamed to expose myself because if I expose myself, ain't shit you can say. You can't come to me with no, oh, I know this and that about, because I'm gonna tell on myself. I'm not ashamed. I ain't ashamed of nothing, honey. It ain't nothing new under the sun. But I just said this to say that in the situation of celebrities and stuff like that, I take that and compare it to everyday life. And like somebody was saying, everyday people life is more interesting than these celebrities. You'd be surprised what be going on in people's lives. It'd be a mess. It'd be a lot of deep, dark secrets, and people ashamed. They want to keep it on going and don't let the curses go. And if you say something and try to bring the light to it, they want to kill you. Yeah, if you try to break curses and in your own family, not getting in nobody else's business, but you try to stop the mess that's going on within your own family and be like, look, this gotta end. They want you gone. They really sitting there waiting like, Bail, Moloch, when you gonna kill this bitch? They want you out of here because you are, you disturbing the frequency of them entities keeping that shit going on for generations. So it's a problem. But okay, with this situation with Cardi B, now I think that the chef, the Mila, the BBL chef or whatever you want to call her, Mila Bell, yeah, I think she has some issues. I do. I think she's scorned. I would have personally, if I was, I'm pretty sure that's a rough situation to be in when you got a man, that's managing all. He's not managing these women well because he's mixing them up too much. If you ask me, and I hear people up here talking about how he can do what he wants to do, how Elon Musk and all these other people got all these. Man, that is crazy. Talking about the Muslim men don't roll like that, and I don't even like them like that. I don't like them Middle Eastern crazy. Can't have the women got to be patrolled to them while they doing their thing with other men, and them women got to wear their hair out. They can't even do it like that. They cannot go around here having all these wives and these babies. They got to if you marry a Muslim man and they're honoring their religion, because I was not going to marry one. Definitely not one for the Middle East, but the Nation of Islam is what I'm talking about. But I also know about the ones that are Sunni. I know about the Sunni and the the Shia ones are the ones over in Iran. The Sunni is the ones that's the Middle East, and then they got the Sunni ones over there in like the parts of Africa and different places too. Sunni or Sunni or whatever. I know that a lot of them they can have more than one wife, but each wife has to have a house. They got to be able to take care of them now. They ain't all together like that. No, they not all living together, and y'all they got y'all. They really not telling y'all. They making it seem like these men cannot have the women in this. These women are not unless they decide on being sister wives. But most of the time, that man got to provide a house for each wife. It's not that mess where y'all doing all this orgy stuff and you living in the house with a woman. And no, 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 no. And that don't even be working out a lot of times when they do that in even them African countries, because I met a few African men that have serious mommy issues because they were raised by the sister wife. Their mama got the hell on from that. Them women don't like that oppression. They oppressed in those relationships where they say, "Oh, I'm having a wife so she can have a baby," and that's all they think. Women, a lot of them women get the hell on. They don't. Women, after a while, a woman gets tired of all that. When she get, when she wake up and get some sense and realize like this not love. Like, if somebody got to treat me like this a sick individual. There's something wrong with him. Like you know what I'm saying? When you really young and naive, if you have not been raised a certain type of way around healthy minded people, if you have not been raised around healthy minded men and women, it doesn't matter if you have a mom. They always say, "Oh, you need a mom and a daddy in the house." You can have some fucked up mom parents in the house. A couple can be fucked up raising kids. Just because it's a mother and a father in the house, that don't mean a thing if they're not mentally healthy and they're not stable, minded, healthy. I'm not talking about they got to be rich, baby, because everybody now, and this has been going on. I don't know if it's just in our community or whatever, the melanated people, but we seem to think that if people got money, that mean that they can do what they want to do. And see, I know somebody was on YouTube a few years ago and they did a live about that. How they let in these groups of melanated people that didn't have morals, they didn't have values, and they weren't used to money. I think that's what they let into a lot of the black boule. These are the descendants of these people that we are dealing with now. We're dealing with people that they may have some education, they may have a little status and a little money, but they have no morals. They're morally poor when it comes to being able to have discernment and decency. They don't have none of that. They just got the money and that's it. And might got the educate. Just because people got money and education, sometimes they are fractured and all screwed up in the head. That does not justify like, oh, they got money. That means they can do what they want to do. Y'all ain't got no. Sometimes the people that don't have the money are the people that you would want to deal with because they have loyalty, they have morals, they have values, and they have high self esteem and high self worth. If you're dealing with a millionaire that does not have morals and does not have values and does not have self worth and know right from wrong, you can leave your child and go to the bathroom, and that person that's got billions of dollars or got 50 million, they don't have decency, morals, integrity, and just feel like they can just mess with animals and mess with children. That's a dangerous person to be around. That gives them access to harm and be a predator. That brings out who they truly are. And it depends on how they were raised. It depends on how they were raised. And I don't want to blame women. I'm not up here to bash no women. But I have seen where a lot of these women are the problem. The men are, yeah, but a lot of these women, like for instance, if I had a son that was going around here impregnating a bunch of women, and you know, if I mean, number one, that would be a problem to me. That would be a serious problem. That I would not condone that because he was a NBA. I wouldn't give a damn if he was a NBA ball player, a rocket scientist, or what is it, a surgeon or whatever. You could the highest esteem that America can give you. I wouldn't give a damn. That's just me. I wouldn't kiss my child ass just because they got prestige and money and they're living like that and doing this to women. I would not be. I feel like if I wouldn't say something and I would keep ending in a bed or something like that, then I'm an agent. I'm a part of the problem. It does not matter what my money my child have. They can be a piece of shit. And it might be because it could be because of situations that happen in their lives, childhood trauma, and it might be that they came from a piece of shit mother or a piece of shit father. I'm telling you, genes matter. They could have came from a piece of shit mom and dad that uh that get through life doing the same thing, manipulating people, abusing people. A lot of these, what Tupac say, we got our game from our woman and all that. We got our what it say, we got our game from a woman. So a lot of times they watch these men and women. A lot the fathers don't be there. Some of them pass away. Some of them just get the hell on. Some of them don't want to be there. Some of them just no good, and some of them just can't deal with being around that evil woman. Some of these women is so some of these women is so hard to live with until I done seen where the women was so terrible to live with, and she stressed her husband out so bad that man died young. That man died young because of the stress of all the stuff that woman. I mean, the man couldn't go outside and smoke a damn joint cigarette. Couldn't go see his mom. And I done seen this shit play out. I done seen how these women do their husbands and their men and stuff. I done sat around and observed it. It's nothing that you got to tell me. You can't tell me like, oh, greetings, hey, who it is? What's up, sunset? What's up? Who is this? Dillian Hollander. Hey. Greetings, welcome, welcome. I have seen it with my own eyes, and and it made me too compassionate when I did get married. I had, I could be a little asshole, but it ain't but so far I will go. Cause I could tell you something right now to make I could tell you something right now, but the thing is, I have seen how wicked is not just the men. I've seen some even men. I've seen some women how they treat their husbands, how they treat their men, how deceitful they are, and sneaks the things that they do in the dark. The things that they do. And I sat around and I said, you know what? This ain't just the men. Like these women is a trip too. I done seen some stuff that I seen the stuff that I have experienced and seen with wickedness, most people probably wouldn't even be here to tell it. They wouldn't have survived because when you see that much and you know how dark it can get, and you seen people real face like on that on that series from how the monsters smile, they smile at you. The monsters smile and but be nice to you in the public. But when it get dark and the nighttime come and the doors close, honey, they take them. I done seen them without a mask. I have seen them without it. I have seen them shapeshift. All of that. I'm telling you. I was seeing they like, oh, well, now people get ready to start seeing ghosts and seeing reptilians and seeing all these plasma energies and stuff. Man, I've been seeing that shit. I've been seeing it as a kid. I don't seen how they really look. And they get in public and it's a different story. For instance, if you have a child and you see that child is that dysfunctional like that, I don't care how much money they got. You don't go around here playing that game. I see a lot of mothers. I see a lot of mothers and they trap these weak women. You get with a man and his mother is rotating the women just like he is. She's helping him. She's like, yeah, I could let me see which one is gonna be better for my sons where I can benefit. Nothing wrong with looking out for yourself. It's nothing wrong with looking out for yourself, making sure that your child, you want him to be with the right woman and this and that. But when you know your child ain't no good and they're gonna destroy somebody's lives, or you know that you ain't no good and you raise a no good ass kid, I don't care how much richness they got, how much wealth they got, you are a part of the problem when you going around here accepting gifts from these women, telling these women to run. I would tell your ass to run. If I know my child ain't no good, and they gonna take you up and down and through it before I be sitting up there inviting you to Sunday dinner and making sure that you stay in the picture because you got a little money, and I know I can get some clout and stuff out of you, I'm gonna tell your ass you need to keep it stepping, and then you need to step in some stilettos or something, get the hell away from my child because they don't mean you no good. I done did, I'll do it. I've done that, not necessarily with no, but I've done that. I've told people that before. I have told people that about my family members. I'm a real motherfucker. I would tell you, get away from them. It might be at a Thanksgiving brunch. It might be. I'll tell you right in front of them. I'll be like, listen, right in front of the people. You need to get away from my sister. You need to get away from my brother. You need to leave my cousin alone. They toxic. That person that I done did, and they don't. I done fell out with some family members. And I told them, I said, yeah, motherfucker. I told them they need to leave your ass alone because you ain't no good. You ain't no good. I'll do that whether it's my kid, my they know anybody that know me know that, and they always try to get rid of me. I was always a problem. I was always the devil. I was always the demon. I was always the bad guy because I would tell on myself, and I would expose myself, and I would tell, not telling your business. Like I'm not gonna just go out here, oh, and blah 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 and gossip. But if I see that you hurting children, and I see that you hurting the men and women and stuff, like it ain't even just the women. I'm saying if I see that you hurting anybody that innocently that don't deserve it, I think you should be exposed. I really do. I'll expose myself before I go out and cheat on somebody. I'll tell them, and I have put myself in danger with this one. I'd be like, look, this ain't working out, and I want to see somebody else. And I know that you know what I'm saying. This is hard for you to swallow, but before I go out and cheat, I'm just telling you, like, it's not working out. I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm not a person to just cut somebody off. Of course, I would give people chances. Man, when I see that, if I'm telling you that I don't like something and I'm giving you enough time to fix it, and you just keep ignoring me like, oh well, this bitch gonna take it. It's gonna be all right. I done told you and gave you sufficient enough time to get it in order. You have to be fair with people. You have to work with people. You can't just cut people off because people mind ain't right to the point where you don't know what that'll trigger when you just completely just abruptly cutting people off like that. So I don't do that. I kind of ease myself out of stuff. That's why I be careful what I get involved in and who I get involved with. Now, because I've been in situations where the people will date you or try to marry you because they think you got something that they can benefit from. And that's not that they really like you. They like what you can bring to the table. And the mothers will sit there and choose the woman that they think will benefit them and more and his son or whatever. Yeah. It ain't that they like you. It's just that you got something that they think they can benefit from a lot of times. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. And they'll sit there and play pimp tricks for the son, and I'll have the woman up there under control. All the women will be rotating and under control. Like, look, now you got to go sit down and you got to go in the background because she the main one because she got the most to offer us now. Now you got to sit back and not mess this up for all of us. You know what I'm saying? You got some mothers out here. There's some, you know what I'm saying? They got a game. They got game, but you know what? You know what's gonna hurt them? They got these loose. They sons don't know how to play the game because they loose wires, they loose cannons. They don't really like their mothers like that either. They don't really. Anytime you either they don't like their mother or they done been offended by some woman that remind them of their mother and a and their family member. Because if a man say he ain't going unless it's snowing, that means he a colorist. I ain't going unless it's snowing. That mean he don't like nobody that's the dark skin like his mama. So he got a problem with his mama. He can sit there and pretend. He can sit there and act like he cool with his mama and this and that. And I look, they got a problem with it. They got a problem with that black woman. And it's more than likely it's that mama. It's something that she did that afflicted that son. And no, he can't come to terms with it with that mama, but he'll take it out on these other women. And a lot of times when they've been through that, they got issues. I don't know. I don't know. Like I believe that these kids, like look, a lot of our people, that's across the board. But I'm talking about my people now. A lot of times people have kids and they have the kids and they shouldn't have had them when they had them because they wasn't ready to be aware and monitor who be around them. Sometimes it be another sibling that's assaulting the younger child. It be a sibling, it could be a family member, and when these kids go through that, they be fractured. They grow up, they become scientists. They might become, what is it? They might become rocket scientists, and psychiatrists. They might become music famous ball players or whatever, but they are still fractured from that experience that happened to them, and they resent their mothers a lot of times. Daddy, daddy. Yeah, you got a lot of people with dad, but they resent mama because mama always get the blame because most of the time the children is with mama, even if daddy is there. Most of the time, the mama is doing the nurturing to the sons and the daughters and stuff like that. So it really fall on the mother or whatever. And I'm not saying it's all on the mother and it's all the mama fault because it takes two. You know what I'm saying? I don't if whether the father passed away or he left or whatever. But a lot of times that mother is the main one that's around that child, and that's who they mimicking. And when they grow up with them ways, a lot of time when you're dealing with somebody, you're dealing with an extension of that mother. I'm not saying that's always 100% the case, but a lot of times when you look at somebody and you see the actions and stuff they have, they get it. I get it from my mama. They get it. They get it a lot from their mama because and they daddy. Yeah, he matters. But I'm saying person they been around a lot, even these Caucasian men. You know what I'm saying? They be around their mothers a lot. Yeah, dad is involved or whatever, but that mother plays an important role in that character of that child, in that attitude, and that temperament, and how they see things and process stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I take accountability. I be like, you know what? I told my child. I said, listen. The reason why you like this and that is because I used to wear blonde hair. I sure did. I know how to look in the mirror. I take listen, you ain't gotta sit there and take accountability. I take accountability for my own. I'm like, I can't really say nothing. They like, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. I said, yeah, because I used to like that blonde hair and all that stuff. So I think that's me. I think I did that. I think I did. It's like, no, no. No, no, that has nothing. I said I think it is because I used to wear a lot of blonde hair when I was when I got married as a teenager and stuff like that, and I was always like, back in the day, Mary J. Blige, I think I look better than she did with that hair. But anyway, that's what I told one of my. I was like, look, I wore that blonde hair and that did it, honey. They was like, no, no, But a lot of times it be like the family members that we have these people around, or it could be us. It could be us. It could be us. It could be us, and it could be the family members. These kids be afflicted. They grow up and become all these different types of things. And honey, they still fractured and shattered, and they take it out on these other people. And like I'm saying, I'm not gonna sit up here and play. I'll be like, okay, she's nice and everything, but are you ready? Like I told a young family member recently. I said, listen, you're not right. It's not right. If you're not willing to marry someone, then you shouldn't be dating them, making them think that you're gonna marry them. Nobody should. That's sex trafficking. That's sex trafficking. If you know in your mind that you're not gonna marry a woman, but you dating. I think dating is a scam anyway. I think dating. I always thought dating was a scam. I never really believed in it because from what I see and what I observe, I got married fast. Yeah, I did. I got married fast, and I ain't saying either way or that was good or bad. But I was into Christianity, and we didn't believe in fornication, so a lot of us got married so we wouldn't be fornicating. But my family, I think his mother and my mother were best friends in school, but that still didn't matter. We still both were full of shit. You know what I'm saying? He might have been full of a little more shit than me, but honey, I had my game too, cause I won't taking nothing off of nobody. And I think that he thought I would. I think he really thought he hit the jackpot, and I was gonna be quiet, and he could just do what he wanted to do. Shit. One of my classmates seen him, and he said, "I know you didn't marry her." He was like, "You married her? She was a Tom." He won't saying I had no bad rep, cause I won't know. I wouldn't sleep with the boys. I'd kick their ass for trying to touch me in the wrong way. I didn't sleep with them. I be fucking them up. I grew up with nothing but boys, so I look. I'm like that lady on the color. She's like, "What is Miss Sophia?" All my life I had to fight. Shit, I want nobody gonna snatch my coochie. I was gonna knock the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? No, the little girls in my class. I be like, listen. Don't go home with that little boy. Don't go home with him. Come home with me so I can protect you till your mama get home. And then little girls be like, okay. And then here come the boys. Get out of her. I like to say my I like to say my government name. Leave her alone and go home and read your Bible and do your homework. And look, I was a nerd, but I was a fighting nerd. You damn right. I make my grades and make my good grade. I would stay home and make better grades than the kids that went to school. But when the bell rung and it was time to fight, I was honey, I always been a balanced warrior. I'd be able to go to school, do that work, do my homeschool myself sometimes too. And when it came time to take up for myself, I had to take up for myself because my older sibling was always acting like he thought he was Chris Brown or somebody, or he thought he was. I think he was ashamed of me, maybe for some reason. I wasn't retarded or nothing like that. I was smart. I was always making good grades, but then I fight when the bell rang. So I don't know what he was ashamed of me for, because I probably could have helped him with his work. But anyway, he was more popular, and I was the nerd, but I was the fighting nerd because I didn't think one day I had to defend myself in front of the high school bus, and I didn't think none of the high schoolers was out there. I just wasn't aware that day because I was so mad. I was waiting for that bell to ring so I could wait by the door to get this boy. This boy, he was about tall, about 6 feet tall back then. And we was like in middle school. He was a tall. He could fucking with me all day. All day in school, I had to pretend. He know if I say his name, he know. Listen, this boy fell in love with me after that. I'm telling you what. I'm gonna tell you what I did to him. He was fucking with me all day, drawing pictures, talking about some looking like a putting like a Mickey Mouse or something. And I think he might have put his hands on me or something. And I hit him. I smacked his hand, but I said, "I'm gonna get you, bitch." And I was a cussing Christian too back then. They always said I was mean, but you had to be. So I said, "Bitch, I'm gonna get you." He told me, "You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You ain't gonna do nothing to me," because he was tall and he was big, and I was short, kind of short back then. He thought I was scared, and we weren't even in the eight. I don't even think we was in the eighth grade. So I done plotted and planned. I waited. I knew I waited. I got ahead of him, so I knew he was coming down the hall and he was gonna come out that door. I was behind the fucking door. When he come out that door, I don't know how I did it, but I clotheslined him. He fell back and hit the ground. I didn't realize it that the high school busted my brother and to be riding. I don't think he was up there that day, but all his friends and cousins was up there and seeing what I did to that boy. But I didn't realize they was out there watching me, and they was like, "Oh my god, they told me that was a WWE a wrestling move what she did." Because I used to look at wrestling all the time. So honey, I clotheslined that bitch. I bet you he didn't fuck with me no more. And it was a few years ago, not too long ago, he was like, "Oh, I just love her." I guess when he hit his head on that concrete, that made him wake up and see. I guess he saw hearts or something. But I was like, I ain't studying that ninja. That ninja picked on me and bullied me. And then there was these other, I was always putting them bullies down, honey. Then it was another bully that looked like that man from Hustle and Flow. What's his name? He looked just like him. What's that man, Lawrence? What's that light skinned man with them funny eyes? He won't no bully to me, but he was bullying everybody else. He had them. He looked just like that man and acted like that man. He was light, and then he hung with this other boy. They was one. Well, we call them, one of them was dark, and this one was real like vanilla and chocolate. They were always starting some mess, and so they want to come start some stuff with me. I was ready. I was always a good in school, and I did play the little Christian role because I grew up in it. But when it was time to kick some, I beat them boys so bad that I beat them boys so bad because they were mess. They kept messing with me. That's the one that when I got married, he was like, "Oh my God." He told my husband, he said, "Oh my God, you married her." He said, "Yeah, she's so sweet." Cause I was quiet by then. I just settled, but that settled down. You know, when you get grown. I was settled in. I won't fight. I won't knocking them boys out. So look, he said, "You married her. Do you know who you married?" He said, "Yeah, she's such a sweet young lady." He said, "Yeah, as long as you don't make her mad." He said, "As long as you don't piss her off, you good to go." And I mean, he was right. I mean, he was right. You don't push. He's like, "No, no, not her. She don't even hard no," because I was always real quiet then. I couldn't even imagine getting up on TV or on stage like I've done, or performing, and even talking like this. So he said, "You make her mad, you got something on your hands." He's like, "Oh my God." Come to find out, he knew my ex better than I did. They had some, you know, they knew each other well. So he was in so many words, him. the one that was the bully and the other guy that was my ex-husband cousin, he was like, "Oh, I think he done met his match." He was like, "No, she is just as sweet." He thought I was good. See, he thought he was marrying somebody like his that was quiet and he could just push around and I wasn't gonna say nothing and just go along with, honey, no, no. I ain't never been like that. But men will. See. I was younger than him, so he thinking I was naive. See, they'll try to case you out, and they'll try to think that they can. They don't. It's not about love. A lot of times, it's about this woman don't really know what's going on. She naive, and I can kind of what I'm saying I can kind of do what I want to do, and she'll just go along. Okay. It's by the time that relationship finished, his cousin like, Lord, boy, you don't met your man. He was like, he don't met his match. You know how to set damn right. He was like, you know how to set his ass down. And his the other guy that like I try to tell you, don't make that girl mad. Yeah. But I'm just as loving and the kind. But I'm saying, getting back to the matriarchy, and I've had to defend myself with these wicked old women. I've been defending myself, afflicted Libra, healed now, and I'm not all, I got other aspects, but I've been defending myself, you know what I'm saying? From these, it's not just the men, women too. And a lot of these women were older women. I'm telling you, I done seen some of them know that they sons ain't no good. These is people in my family too. They know their son ain't no good. Or maybe they done convinced themselves that he was some good, but he just like them, a manipulator, money hungry, greedy, like to control people and find people that got low self-esteem and make them feel even worse. Like, oh, what would I be without you? Thank you for choosing me. And what can I do to be better for you to accept me and love me and marry? Knowing good well, if they do marry you, it ain't for nothing good. It ain't for nothing good. They want to control your money, control your kitty cat, and get rid of all your children and have you like a damn slave. And they gonna still cheat and do what the fuck they want to do. They abusive, verbally abusive. Some of these people ain't physically abusive, they verbally abusive. They'll tell you, oh, that food ain't, you'll sit there and they'll say, that food ain't good. You don't look good enough. You ain't feminine enough. You ain't this. Then they get with their mamas on the phone and they compare and be like, listen, did you break her down enough this week? Do we got her under mind control enough this week? And she gonna help us and fund our damn bullshit? I'm telling you, you got some evil people out here. It ain't just the men. You got these wicked women raising these damn fucked up men. Then they going out here in the world. The women already fucked up and shadow when they meet them. They make them even worse. And a lot of them, these women got kids and stuff. And if they ain't got kids, I mean, the Bible talk about it. And like I said, I don't believe that's all God's words, but it's sure right when it says these wicked men taking these weak-minded women captive, honey. These wicked men taking these weak-minded women captive. Like I said, I don't care how much a child got money and fame and all this and that. These women, they out here playing pimptress with their sons, and they lead these women want to be led to the slaughter because they like the good deed. So you can't save them, and all these people out here that's condoning this stuff and saying, "Oh, everybody jealous, honey." I don't think nobody jealous. I don't think nobody jealous. I think people are just trying to. I think people just trying to, trying to help the ones that can be saved because it's a mess. I mean, I see all over this internet people talking about, oh, people jealous of this one, people jealous of Cardi B. Ain't nobody. Oh, and I believe that Chef is telling the truth, even though she's not a good witness. I believe she was scorned and she was trying to get revenge. Had she had been smart, she would have took a little money and opened up her restaurant, build up her assets, and then came for that nigga, wrote a fiction book or something later on. But when you go to court, it don't mean that he was innocent just because they prove him innocent. He's a business owner, he has assets, he has land, he's a corporation or LLC. The court stands behind people and the people, rich people. Anyway, they don't give a damn whether they innocent or guilty. The court stands behind people with the rich. That's what the court system is for. If you look at Jay Z case, the reason why he don't have to provide a DNA is because throughout time, that's how the justice system has set it up where the poor people can't get the assets of the rich people just by saying, we want your DNA because you the father. That was set up so that the women that were being like raped and pillaged and stuff couldn't go to those rich men and say, you got me pregnant and I want to prove it through DNA and I want you to take care of this child. That's what that's set up for. Because you would be surprised that the people that have went around here raping and pillaging and impregnating women, and the woman couldn't take them to court because the woman was a poor woman and the man was a wealthy landowner, business owner, and he was protected by law because he had so many assets. That doesn't mean he was innocent. He was the father of that child, but because he was protected by the laws, because the laws are created and the legislature is created by people that know they're gonna go out here fucking up people and doing evil stuff. So they make the laws to protect themselves so that if they have to go to court, they can get out of that shit with their money and their assets. See, yeah, when you go to court, a lot of times when people don't know this, when you go to, let's say if you go and you get pregnant by a billionaire, it's gonna be hard to get DNA if he don't want to give it to you, and he don't want to take even a millionaire. Even if he own a business, he has assets and stuff like that. The court is gonna be on that person's side. You're gonna, even with that thing with Drake. You remember when Drake was saying he didn't have no children? The only reason that the corn star won because she had the money to take him to court. She had the money to get lawyers to take him to court. Do you realize how expensive it is to take somebody like that to court? A lot of people don't do it because they don't have the money to take those rich men to court like that. They just have to go with it, whatever, because they can't sue them because it takes a lot of money to be able to sue business owners and so people with a lot of assets. It's not that they win in court, but the justice system when it comes to civil courts and stuff like that, even when it comes to criminal court, a lot of times people don't realize it, but these attorneys work both sides. An attorney can be paid off. He can be paid off to like work against you or whatever. Like if he get more money from the other side, you think an attorney not gonna take the money from the side that's paying him more? Please, please, that's been going on. So just because Stephon Diggs won that case, it doesn't mean he really won it. He got a lot of It's a lot of people saying that he abused him, not just the man that claimed he tried to grape him or force him to do sexual acts. It's also a ex from that was in Houston when he was in Houston playing for that team. It's a lady in Houston that said he punched her close-handed, allegedly in the back of the head. So he has a lot of assault surrounding him, and you can look at like it's a person that really got themselves together. They're not gonna be out here messy like that with women all in their house and together. Who? If I'm listen, if I got that much money. I'm not gonna have all my women in the same place if I am a serial cheater or if I am polygamous. I'm not gonna have all my women in the same place because that's gonna be a problem anyway. Because they're gonna start talking. Somebody ain't gonna get their time. Somebody gonna get more than the other person. They're gonna change phone numbers and start calling each other and stuff. Come on now. What is wrong with this man? What is wrong with this man? He got too much money to be that messy. If he gonna be rotating them like that, he can do like I don't think even future women don't never complain because he paid them well and he don't have them all together in the same house. Who in the hell in their right mind gonna have 20 hoes, 20, 20, 10, even 5 women that you sleeping with all together and they got each other phone number? Come on, man. Even the poor niggas don't even do it like that. Even the broke pookies don't even roll like that. What in the world? They not all gonna get along. That's why that sister wife stuff don't work. With a bunch of women sleeping with the same man all in the same house. They got to be separated. Even I know that. Who I know that. No way. And what is his mom? What kind of? I mean, she go around here acting like she love Cardi B and Cardi B buying her Chanel bags and what? This lady is a pimptress, but she ain't got control of her son like them white women do. She don't have control of her son like the white women do. Cause them white women, oh look, they not having that. You not about to be messing up their reputation, doing all that. You no, what that's some ghetto mess. That's some ghetto mess. I would not want to be if that was my child. I wouldn't care if he was a NFL, NBA. I would be cussing his ass out. I'd be like, "Look, motherfucker, is you stupid or what? Do you need? You need to go get some therapy. You need to go get some deep therapy or something so you can keep your. What's wrong? I mean, you need to come out of the closet or something. Like we need to talk about this. I'm not gonna be brushing over there because he done. Oh, my son bought me a house and that nigga is headed for self destruction. He looked crazy. Everybody like, oh, he's so that man looked about like that man in Louisiana that took out his kid. I see it in his eyes. That man looked like he about at the edge. Whatever rituals he doing with the NFL or whatever, it's to getting to be too much. That man is not handsome to me. He looked about like that man that took out his kids in Louisiana, and I don't know why in the world these women don't know when they need to be staying away from these men, and you got these people out here and they fans, they gaslighting them. That lady been in abusive relation. Cardi B been in abusive relationships most of her adult life. When she left the house and got on her own, she been in abusive relationships. She changed her money status. She changed her aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? She changed her body and all that, but she did not change her heart, soul, mind, and character. She is still that abused lady sitting up in that house with that man with them pit bulls and thinking, oh, I done better now because I got a little bit of money. You know, I got a few million and I got this man that's an NBA ball player. So even though I am going through abuse, and I believe the chef, even though that chef is a psych, I believe Six the goddess was that was a good assertion. She's crazy. Cause it ain't no way I would have been focused on that nigga. I would have been focused on listen, you gotta go open up me a restaurant and you gotta go. And I don't even love money like that, but I'm not stupid. If I'm gonna use that BBL right, if I'm gonna get a BBL, you better believe I'm gonna use that BBL right. Okay? I'm not gonna waste that BBL trying to be in love with no I know not to even date no NFL or NBA football. I done had a chance to date a couple of them, and I didn't. You know why I didn't date no NBA or not? I don't deal with no NFL, but I had opportunities to date the NBA players that signed, honey. Yeah, I've had a cut, and I thought it was by chance, but I was in two different cities, and I done had opportunities. So okay, so I know better than to date them and think they're gonna just be with me, and I didn't date them because I can't deal with all the women. They got women in groves following them, like so you can. I'm this was NBA. You can imagine what the NFL got going on with the women, and if they not disciplined, mm, even Sukiana said that. Honey, even Sukiana said she can. As freaky as Sukiana is, Sukiana said she can't deal with the NFL and NBA ball players. She said something you'll be sitting around heartbroken. They'll have 14 women pregnant. She said they too freaky. They be doing too. They be. Sukiana saying that. Oh, you know it's a wrap. I said that too. I'm like, no, no, they have too much going on. No, I can't. All money ain't good money, honey. When you sit somewhere going through all them damn spirits and demons and cycles, and you intertwine with all them women and men they be messing with and this and that, it's not worth it. And y'all sit around and think, oh, his mother, he got a favorite baby mama. He got a favorite. That man ain't got no favorites. He don't favor none of them women. And he don't like his mama. And that man is a colorist. That man is fucked all up. And I believe he on the down low. He don't. His mama. We might need it because his daddy. May he rest in peace. I don't know how he got up out of here, but I think his dad passed away. But that mama got some fucked up sons, and we gotta look at that mama too. Cause there's something wrong with that other boy too. He done got fired from the Dallas Cowboys. They be going around beating people up and stuff. They done beat that some other man up besides that Chris Blake man. They done got allegedly some other man that they done bully him and his brothers. What are they? The Pookie Hood NFL gang or something? So y'all can sit here and y'all can say, oh, her mother is that lady like that girl Cloud and Cardi B is a bird brain. That lady like that lady like that woman. That's how them mothers is. Fuck all that. Don't be grinning at me talking about you love me when your fucked up son and you need to be running away. You need to be telling me to run away from y'all. And they're not gonna do that, of course. Of course, if I was one of them type of women that was what you call it? I ain't gonna say because there's no such thing as bad. Well, I'm gonna say in this realm, wicked. That means full of the lust of the flesh, selfishness, thinking about self and what you want. Me, my. You know them type of mothers where you always got to be catering to them, and my son is gonna marry you. You the perfect wife for my son. Long as you making them happy and all this and that, right? And it's not gonna end good for Cardi B. I don't know why she put us. She came into this being a side, went from a wife to a dysfunctional man that was abusive. Because when you cheating on somebody, serial cheating and picking and stuff like that, and messing with people that they know, that's abuse. Y'all think that abuse is just somebody putting their hands on you? Mm, honey. They better get out. Yeah, this matriarch, this dysfunctional matriarchy need to be. Yeah, it's no good. No, no, thank you. I don't want no parts of this dysfunctional, stinking ass, deceitful, lustful, selfish, evil, wicked. I don't want no parts of this matriarchy. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not blaming just the men. And the men, nope, no, thank you. Nope. Like I said, that dating is a scam. All they do is date these women and make them think I might be in a relationship with you. Let's go out a few times. And then when we go out, no, they want to have sex on the first damn date. On the first date. As soon as they go out, take you out to get some coffee, some of them don't even want to go out on no date. They just want you to come right over to their house. Fuck that. That ain't dating and courting. Dating and courting is getting to know somebody. Matter of fact, you don't even supposed to sleep with nobody till y'all both go on a date to the HIV clinic. That's how I did it. I don't know what y'all doing. And I'm healthy. I don't got none of that. I ain't saying that. It's people that's gotten it from their jobs or they were born with it and stuff like that. I'm talking about from STDs and stuff like that. I don't just no, I ain't saying I'm perfect. But you can't. We been doing that. Okay, let's go on a date to the HIV. Let's go to the clinic and get tested, baby. Let's get tested a couple of times and get to know why we going. Let's stop the Denny's, or let's stop to not Root Chris. I ain't doing that. I like Root Chris, but I've never been there. I plan to go there, but I've been to some exquisite restaurants. But yeah, let's stop on a dinner date and get some velvet tacos and a lunch date, and on our way to the clinic to get checked out. Okay, let's see. Let me see your health. What is it called? The health check a couple of times, but then a real verified one. Not sleeping with them. Soon as they get on the damn internet with you, oh, let me see your coochie pic. I'm gonna show you my that turned me off right there. I don't want to see no. Soon as I meet you, I don't want to see no D pic. That you wonder why I'm not talking to you? That's a turn off for me. I don't want to see all that, and I just met you. Don't send me that. Do not send me that. That's why I ran away from the damn boy when I was a teenager. The boy showed me that thing, that one-eyed snake. I ran. I won't used to that. I mean, now I'm grown, I am, of course. But I'm saying if I'm just talking to you and we chatting online, why you gonna mess it up and send me a pic of that? I don't want to see that. I do that if I want to get rid of somebody. Cause I deal with decent men that this I deal Lord, this one man, this professor, he won't have it. I knew that was good. Some people, if you send them stuff like that, that will turn them off. They don't want to talk to you like that. Cause they want to get to know you. I don't want to see your thing before I even know your middle name. What? That's strange to me. Y'all weird. Y'all weird to me. Y'all put the mule before what they say, y'all put the mule before the carriage. Y'all put the horse before the carriage. Y'all be moving too fast. Y'all be doing too much. It's not my type of frequency. It's not my type of vibe. Like I hate it here. I do. I hate it here. I hate it here. I've hated it here for a very long time. A very long time. And I'm not hushing up about it. It's just I mean, I understand chaos and order, but it's too off. It's too much. It's too off balance, yo. I mean, for real, bro. Like it's just too off. It's too off. And I see people, and I'm like, of course they can't make a good decision because they got too much BBL. They taking hormones and stuff like that, trying to be something that they wasn't born. And they, you know what I'm saying, doing all this stuff to themselves and try to look like the damn beauty standards of the damn Hollywood cabal, uh, small hat community. So you know what I'm saying. They want to be in that club. So fit. They want to be used by them. So of course they're not making the right. How you gonna make a right decision and you done put all that plastic in your body? Like we getting enough plastic from drinking out of plastic bottles and stuff. All the PFAS chemicals and stuff they got in the food and all the poisons and stuff. We got enough poisons going on with the radiation. They blocking the sun and trying to radiate us through our cell phones and stuff. And you got plastic you putting on your body, so you can't make the right decisions. And you ain't healing and stuff like that. You getting abused. If a person humiliating you publicly, that man is on the down low and he hates you. Okay. And he gonna talk about you behind your back and laugh at you. And any weakness, he gonna pick on that. That's not a person you can be like, I've had a bad day today and I need to talk to you. Soon as you tell that motherfucker something that hurts you, he gonna use that as a weapon. He gonna weaponize because he really hate himself. And like that psycho scorn chef that should have took that money and ran and got a restaurant going there. I will say that. But she wanna worry about exposing. Okay, Cardi B don't give a fuck about you. And he really don't give a fuck about none of them women. He don't give a fuck about himself, or he wouldn't be doing the stuff he doing. And Elon Musk, it ain't right for Elon Musk to be going around here doing all that baby making. It ain't right for Nick Cannon or none of these motherfuckers to be doing that. I don't give a damn what y'all say. That's not natural. We are not back in the day. This is society. They if they need to do that, they need to go live out in the jungle or somewhere and go back to them times. But doing that in this society where most people is like, okay, I understand you're gonna have a side piece, right? You might even have a side baby that you keep on, but this shit, 20,000 babies in 1 year? Oh hell no. Y'all ain't gonna make me think that's right. That's some real y'all must be the reptilians too that's agreeing with that shit. Y'all not gonna make me think that what the how these men is moving like Elon Musk, Stefan Diggs, Nick Cannon, all these other crazy men going right here and pregnate. Y'all not gonna make me think that y'all not gonna use that Bible verse on me with the God said multiply the earth and all the shit. Okay. Yeah. I ain't even saying it's right for these men. If you make an agreement with somebody and you want to fit into this society, you can't do that. These people is supposed to be business people. How you gonna be taken seriously and be your business and you need to get out of this society and go do that in a country where it's accepted. But no, you want to push that on us and you ain't even doing it right. You can't even spend time with all them 13,000, 14,000 kids. Those women are not happy. Those women are not being taken care of. Elon must be trying to get out of paying child support. You can't tell me that that's right for you to be using these women as incubators to satisfy your not having a penis or you want to be with the same sex bullshit. Okay, it's not for nothing good. It's not from the right intentions. Okay, you doing that to hurt these women, hold them back, make them beholden. You're not doing it from the right place. Okay, so you're not y'all fucked up people supporting this type of thing. Y'all are agents. Y'all are just agents. And I'm getting out here. This has been my son God is 777. I just had to say something about this. And thank you for coming and joining the chat. Support Mayan's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love.